Happy end of the weekend. Sorry about that, guys. This is our first week on. We still have the music playing for some reason. This is our first week on Facebook and Instagram. Second week on TikTok. We are the BackyardBSers. We got. I'm all messed up this time. First, we got Mama Dukes over here, aka Queen 3. We got Papa Murph, aka T to the D OG. And then we got New York Redneck, aka Willie Billy. I'm gonna be starting this. You did good. You did good. You did good. So what we do at the start of the show, we do the little intro here, and then we're gonna play our little we have for now. The live streams and everything. And then we'll come back after that, and we'll start the show for you guys. So just spare us 2-3 minutes, listen to the song, grab a drink or whatever else you might want to partake in, and come back and mix with us. All right.
See you soon.
Saddle up, sitting at the table in my cowboy boots. I'm sipping on my coffee and I'm reading the news. It's all getting crazy, baby, you know what I mean. Got me cussing like a sailor while I'm fixing my greens. Come join us, bitchin' in the kitchen, y'all, it's time to get loud. If you hate the way they run it, then it's time to get proud and let it all out. Scream and shout. Ain't no sense in keeping it all bottled up. Get on in the kitchen, y'all, and tear it on up. Gotta keep it together, y'all, and keep it tight. If we all stick together, then we'll all be alright. So get it together, put your head on straight. There's work to be done, so don't be late. Come join us, bitchin' in the kitchen, y'all, it's time to get loud. If you hate the way they run it, then it's time to get proud and let it all out. Scream and shout. Ain't no sense in keeping it all bottled up. Get on in the kitchen, y'all, and tear it on up. Bitchin' in the kitchen, y'all, and tear it on up. Bitchin' in the kitchen, y'all, and tear it on up.
All right, we are back. Once I click the screen. Sorry, yeah, we just have a lot going on this episode because there's all new stuff over here, and my brain's just stuttering.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome back, and let's get started.
Nice
with the
to
show.
see everybody, especially
Yes.
our first time on Facebook. So I'm excited.
Yeah,
There's a lot
very
to bitch
excited.
about this week too, with what's
You
been
think?
going on.
Yeah.
No, there is. What are we gonna start with? Sorry, just don't.
So I was thinking, the biggest news actually happened last night. You know, the
Yeah.
attempted attack at a major political event. You know, I mean, the White House Correspondents' Dinner, like the shooting. Like I don't know what to call it because I don't believe it was.
Well, it was an assassination attempt. is
I
what
don't
they
think
say.
it. No, I
But-
just think shooting.
I mean, there's a lot of people that are saying that it's staged. That,
Well, you think it
it
would've-
wasn't real. It was staged, and that this is just for him to win the midterms, basically.
Oh, I wouldn't think that. I would think it's for him to get the ballroom done quicker.
It could be both because midterms coming up, his approval ratings going down. So
Yes.
assassination attempt, everybody, it's a way to gather more. I mean, not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying
No,
that's what other people are saying.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
just
it's all
say
the
that,
other
yeah,
media.
Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of weird because I remember when he was like the assassination attempt happened in Butler. We were all like glued to the TV, like, oh my
Yeah.
God, you know. But now, for some reason, it just seems like, I don't know, like it seems like there's so many people who are doubting it.
I'm just like, look, he's been president 4 years, 5 years now. So he's in his like 6th year as a president. This is the first correspondence dinner that he's attended.
Yes, that's true.
How did this shooter, assassin, whatever you want to call him, say, you know what, I'm going to go to kill him? The guy never goes there. It's like,
right, yeah.
Shooting me if I'm at a Redskins game. Oh, well, they're not the Redskins, they're the Commanders. But I don't go there. So if you're going to kill me,
you're not going
to go there because I'm not going to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I know, it's just something I don't know.
Plus the guy went cross country too.
Yeah, that's true too.
I mean, I don't know. Was it advertised that he was going to be there? I didn't even know.
That's the whole thing. The guy came from California.
Right.
He drove there, and it's like, how did he even know he was going to be
And
there?
also,
like, was it advertised that he was going though? Because if he had 3 days notice,
also, how did he even get that close?
Exactly. He ran through with knives and guns or whatever. It's like, how do you run through and get all the way as far as he did? If they have, I mean, it just
Mama Dukes and I, you want to tell the story? We attended a rally of Donald Trump's in 2015.
2015.
When he was just a candidate.
And I vaped. Well, I don't vape tobacco. It's like just flavored vape. But anyway, I brought it with me because I had just quit smoking, and I bought a little thing like this, and everything else. They made me throw it out.
Yep.
They said no.
That could be a weapon.
It could be a weapon.
Yes, they did.
I had a lighter. I had to get rid of that too. That's a
When
weapon
you
too.
went to the baseball game or something?
They made me throw out my little I guess
knapsack.
a little tiny knapsack that you could put in your pocket. It was a bobblehead night, and
And why'd you bring it?
just put my bobblehead in and my yearbook and my sights.
Since you had to throw it out, how did the night end?
Well, nobody was assassinated.
Well, that's
true.
What happened to your
Which at least
bobblehead and all your stuff you bought?
And I always since.
What happened to it though? What happened to your bobblehead and all the stuff you bought?
Oh, I actually got a hot dog. I put it down. I forgot it.
Then
I went back there. The guy actually remembered me and says, "Hey, this is yours."
But
How
then
lucky
you
is that?
carried it home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I had to carry it under my arms and stuff. That's the whole purpose to carry it. But the point is, I couldn't get in there because
of a backpack.
A backpack.
Just
How
the
the freak
thing.
does a guy come from cross country with guns and knives and get that close where they can actually hear the gunshots?
Absolutely.
No, it's true.
Absolutely.
Things that make you
But
say,
looking
"What the
at
hell's going on?"
footage, I didn't think he looked alarmed.
No, not at all. Well, I got someone, they have, of course, the internet's great, and there's plenty of other content creators out there. So they I have two little montages where they go over all the strange things about this. It doesn't make sense. And they give you some examples and some information on it.
I saw one footage of Cash Patel.
No, this isn't it though.
No, but Cash Patel was sitting there, and the dais is up there, and he's like sitting, and his eyes were wide, but that doesn't mean anything.
Right.
He wasn't
a lot.
Even when it did happen, I don't know if it's in this clip because I haven't watched these whole things. I watched 10 seconds of them, and then we all watched together. But they show where they're grabbing Vance, telling him to rush off. He's running.
Yeah.
Right? And seconds go by, and Trump's still just sitting there like this.
I know.
And then finally they go over to him, and then he falls. And they start bringing him.
But did you see Melania just duck calmly under the table?
Well, she probably used this crazy shit like this from her home country and stuff.
Well, she comes from Slovenia or something.
Yeah.
So let's go to the tape.
All right. Let's go check it out, guys. Just give me a minute to load it up, and let's hear what this guy has to say.
So the White House Correspondents' Dinner has just been shot up, if you guys haven't heard by now. And right off the bat, it gets really, really weird. Now, this is the suspect, Cole Allen, who is a teacher for a college preparatory. But if you look into his background, it gets interesting. Like, for one, he gains a mechanical engineering degree from Caltech. Then he gets his master's from Dominguez Hills in computer science. But can anybody tell me why he was an intern back in 2014 at NASA at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, which is the same place where some of those missing scientists worked at? But it gets even weirder, you guys. So this account on X by the name of Henry Martinez tweeted his name back in 2023. And how is it that it has the same name, Henry Martinez, in this published paper by NASA? But get this NASA document that was published testing Orion's fairing separation system was actually published a month after Cole started interning there. What? Now, a lot of people were questioning a ton of things like, was this real? Was this fake? Makes you wonder because CNN posted this 3 days ago. This is a real article. It says, how would an assassination attempt be staged? I mean, at this point, you guys, we have to question everything because how is this possible? This account that predicted this guy's name actually dressed up as Trump at the dinner, like verbatim. So either A, we have a time traveler on our hands, or something else is afoot that we may not know yet. Okay, it's super late. I'm getting some rest. I'm gonna do a part 2 to this because there's a whole lot more that I found.
All right. So
Very interesting.
Very
that's one of them. I'm gonna
interesting.
get the big screen back up for everyone. Oh no, what did I just do?
Uh,
Give me 1 minute.
They
guys.
hate that guys like him
There
can
we go.
research and find this stuff out.
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's the good thing about the internet. I'm sure they're trying
Yes.
to suppress as much as they can.
Oh,
but
yeah,
And you
they
won't
can't
hear this
suppress
from
it
the
all.
lying media.
No, no. I never go to the
No,
media,
yeah,
to
no.
the news or
And
anything.
then we'll do back to back because we'll watch the other one because the other one I hope has different material than what we just heard.
Right.
It looks like it's going to be a little different.
All right.
This
And
is
then-
his part 2?
No, this is another guy, and it looks
Okay.
like this, shots from the White House
Okay.
correspondence dinner. So let's hear him out, and then we'll actually start really talking about it.
All right.
Like, at all. You've probably heard by now, a suspect armed with knives and guns tried to storm the White House Correspondents' Dinner tonight. The guy's name was Cole Allen, and he was very quickly neutralized by security. But then people online started to do a little bit of noticing. Pause to read. Yeah, I don't know about you, but it's starting to look like one big show. Beginning with what Caroline Levitt said right before the start of the event.
It'll be funny. It'll be entertaining. There will be some shots fired tonight in the room.
This, by the way, is Trump's first time attending the White House Correspondents' Dinner as president, and CNN ran this article a few hours before saying to expect the unexpected. Within an hour of the incident, Trump tweets out a video of the shooter running through the event. Even though still, for some reason, we can't get any moving pictures of Tyler Robinson. Then it turns out the shooter, Cole Allen, worked at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Very interesting timing given all the UFO stories, so cue the conspiracy theorists on this one. And then there were the reactions, starting with Erica Kirk being Erica Kirk.
I just want to go find you.
I have to say, she looks very upset here, like way more upset than when her husband... Blech. Then we got Dana White just loving this whole thing.
It started getting noisy. Tables getting flipped over, guys running in with guns, and they were screaming, "Get down!" I didn't get down. It was fucking awesome. I literally took every minute of it in, and it was a pretty crazy, unique experience.
Totally normal reaction to what is supposedly a presidential assassination attempt. But the most ridiculous thing has to be maybe this coordinated influencer campaign saying this is why Trump needs a new ballroom.
I didn't want to say this, but this is why we have to have all of the attributes of what we're planning at the White House. It's actually a larger room, and it's much more secure. It's drone-proof, it's bulletproof glass. We need the ballroom. That's why Secret Service, that's why the military are demanding it.
We officially live in the dumbest timeline ever.
Yeah.
Yes,
We got that
officially
right.
do.
We got a comment by
Yes.
our regular, my mother, Erica Kirk, yesterday.
I know. It's true.
Oh my lord.
We are living in
But
crazy
yeah,
times,
I mean,
guys.
and then so what if the ballroom is bulletproof? Because this had nothing to do with being bulletproof. He got through security.
Well, it justifies
big
him. It justifies him putting it
I
in. there.
know, but him
I know.
saying that doesn't make a difference
No.
because whether it's bulletproof or not, if you can get in.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing as the guy got through all that. You told me security wasn't tight outside on buildings, on everything prior that this guy got as far as he got. He shouldn't have been able to get 5 feet from when he started
When we
running.
went
Someone
to-
should have tackled him.
When we went to the rally way back in 2015, right? There were people who had security on the roof, right?
Yes.
Yes, they
With
did.
shotguns. I was
Yeah.
like, that's the
This
first
first
time.
just run. He's not even
Yeah, he
president
was
then
never
or
even
nothing.
president.
That's the
yet.
first time I ever really experienced something like
Yeah,
that.
that's
When
kinda
people were
like-
like,
I was
wow, look
kinda
at
like-
that.
I know.
Every roof, they were like, Well,
I
yeah.
know. And I was like, is it going to be dangerous?
They actually pulled one guy off the line.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, about 10 people ahead of us. They pulled them off. They frisked them. Next thing you know, they carved them off. It was like, wow, this is getting.
What's really strange about this is, there was a video. I guess I don't have it here, where apparently on one of his social medias, he was wearing an IDF shirt. It was a green shirt with IDF and Israeli Defense Force.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't know what IDF stands for.
Yeah. So, which is kind of weird, but I guess, I mean, if he's probably working in Nassau, which he might be working in both countries. He might be, multicultural, or what is that when you have a citizen in more than one country?
Dual citizenship.
There you go.
Multicultural.
Multicultural.
So here. So well educated you are.
I mean, we have this, I showed you this before. It's a 30-second clip of Alex or Cole Allen, or whatever his name is.
What is his name?
And, he gives a lot different impression. I mean, I know it's only 30 seconds, but it just doesn't seem like someone that would do what happened here if it really happened the way they're saying.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull this up. Hold on. There we go.
College student Cole Allen developed a prototype for a wheelchair emergency brake.
The wheelchair brakes tend to lock the wheels, but don't actually lock the chair to the ground. The idea with this is to prevent it from moving at all.
Recent Aging into the Future conference held by St. Barnabas Senior Services and the Eisner Foundation offered a test run on products that have the potential to enrich the lives of seniors. 14 different tech startups.
We don't need to see the rest of it.
Okay,
It
but
might have to do with what's going on.
But we got the gist that the guy was trying to.
I mean, the guy just, he seems,
Yeah.
he didn't seem like the type of guy that would, unless, again, you're paid for, it's all staged, got shot with blanks
Yeah,
or something,
how much-
They do have
we don't
explosive
even
vests. They have
know.
a vest
Well,
that on a trigger it could look like
but nobody got
using a
shot. Nobody got
I
shot.
thought he got shot and killed.
I didn't think he got killed.
That's what I'm
Anybody
hearing.
know?
No, I thought he
Yeah,
said
if somebody
custody.
knows, let
I
us
thought
know.
he was in custody.
I thought he was shot. I've heard two different things though. I've heard yours too, but then I hear no, he was
But
killed.
the thing is if
Because
no,
he was neutralized. or
if
something.
no, but
Yeah.
the difference is if you're
Yeah.
neutralized.
I thought that was a nice way of saying it. And then there was some people there that said he got shot and killed, but it could have been just people not knowing what's going on.
So what you're saying is, just judging by that, he doesn't fit.
He
He doesn't
He
fit.
doesn't fit the normal shooter.
Yeah, like this guy's a nut. He's gonna go assassinate the president.
Right.
He wants to chop off his.
He looked like a normal
Yeah.
person that
Or
trying
be
to
a
help
furry.
people.
Sorry
I
to you
know.
furries, but
but the
these
thing
people are
is,
giving you guys
is
bad
how,
names.
you had a point though, Willamette. There really, how do we know there weren't, even if it was staged, that there weren't blanks in that gun? You could shoot.
I know.
You know what I mean? It's
I
all
know.
blanks.
It's
And
conflicting. One
I know.
person said
it's conflicting.
It's conflicting where I guess it can go either way.
Yeah, I know. I
Donald-
don't know. We've heard millions of different stories.
Donald Trump and the boomers will agree with this. Donald Trump reminds me of two characters: the Road Runner, where the coyote just kept trying to kill him and just always missed him, never got him, and he kept going. All
Such a
right, he's
good
like the
show.
Road Runner, and also the Pink Panther movies with Peter Sellers, and he had his Chief Inspector Clouseau. Dreyfus was trying to kill him, and every time he tried to kill him, this guy never. You
Yeah,
couldn't
but
get
I
him.
don't believe
You
everybody's
couldn't hit
trying
him.
to kill Trump. I don't believe.
No, I don't believe this. I mean, I really.
This one's a little fishy, like I said. I mean,
Yeah.
the Butler.
Oh, I know
PA
they're trying
one,
to kill him.
That seemed more legit. I still don't believe the whole narrative.
Do you think my daughter's okay? Excuse me. He's,
Yeah, he's good.
He didn't look
Making noise
alone.
'cause we're over here.
I'm not
Last
talking
night-
about him. I'm talking about
The
the
dog.
dog. The dog
Yeah, I
was
know.
making a
We're
crazy
talking about-
noise.
Oh,
Favorite
yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
But going back to the president, he didn't look alarmed when those gunshots going.
No, he
No.
really didn't.
Which looked like he's either drugged
And then
up
he
or
fell.
he doesn't hear the gunshots.
Then he fell like when
Then
they
he
got
fell
him.
like, what's going
But
on? here?
but it looks like he fell. But if you listen to the video, they're like, get down, get down, get down.
Yeah.
So they might have pushed him down instead, like get down.
Well, that's what they
But
did. in
why
Butler,
they get
so-
Vance off first? Right?
Yeah, they got Vance off first, and then like several seconds later, they got him off,
Yeah.
which was weird.
And
you know?
Melania, she was just so cute. She just kind of went down under
Yeah.
the table. And I saw one of the comments on the videos I was watching last
Yeah.
night. Everybody's like, one girl's like, why did everybody grab their napkins and run? Why did everybody actually
Yeah.
have a napkin and run?
Well, if you remember the
people were taking bottles of wine and stuff. I see videos.
I know,
Like,
well,
how
forget
hell
it,
yeah.
shot, yeah.
when they back in the 80s when they were when Reagan was getting shot at.
At the same hotel.
They surrounded him.
Right.
The Secret Service was Secret Service back then. They surrounded him. I'm taking a bullet for the president.
Who would ever want to do that job? Really, I kudos to all you civil service guys and girls because I couldn't. I'm not giving my life for nobody except if it's my kids or my dogs. Well, my favorite dog, but anyway, or my dogs.
Trump's excuse for why this guy decided to attack him. There was the one video
And
where
like
he said
it's all
because he
right.
was like the greatest guy. Yeah. Like what was the one that you said you've seen before?
Yeah, about how he studied assassins and that the people that really make a great mark in life.
Yeah,
in
good
history,
impression.
Yeah,
wants to get assassinated. You know,
He
people that really
studied
don't do much, they don't care about.
Yeah,
Like,
so they don't bother assassinating.
But he also said apparently he was on, I don't know, one of these news stations. And he says that he was a Christian believer, but then became anti-Christian.
Who
That's
is
why.
that guy?
Yeah, the guy. That's why he went after him because he became anti-Christian. So I'm assuming,
I
what does
don't-
that mean? Like,
You know what? You can be anti-Christian and still not kill people.
Yeah, you know,
How long is this one? Oh, it's 30 seconds. So let's hear what he has to say real quick, and then we can tell him that he's full of shit.
Mr. President, do you know if you were the target of the gunman?
I don't know. It sounded to me, I read a manifesto. He's radicalized. He was a Christian, a believer, and then he became an anti-Christian, and he had a lot of change. He's been going through a lot based on what he wrote. His brother complained about him, and I think reported him to the police, and his sister likewise complained about him. His family was very concerned. He was probably a pretty sick guy.
Mr. President, do you know?
All right. So that's what he thinks. He was just a very sick guy, you know. And
How did you get all this information already?
what's that? He read his manifesto. I didn't even know the guy had a manifesto.
Yeah.
That's
I'm still
what we all
waiting.
thought. That's what we all
But
thought.
anyway,
I'm still waiting.
Yeah, but you know what? It's like
Yeah, the viewer said the whole situation was extremely nonchalant. Like, you know, it just Vance was rushed off very quickly.
Yeah.
He
Or
didn't look scared
USHA was left behind.
who?
USHA? What's the USHA?
USHI. I don't know. Is it
I don't know. Was that
Usha?
Usha.
Vance's wife.
Oh,
I was like,
oh.
Usha.
Oh, Usha.
Sorry, yeah, I did not even.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought she was like
And they let-
US. you
But
know,
they got Erica out of there.
I thought it
No,
was like
I don't know if they
I thought it was
did.
like the U.S. Health Administration.
Yeah,
or
no, that's what I was
something.
trying to think of.
Okay, yeah. So Vance's wife was left behind.
Yeah, well, so was Melania.
And Melania started crawling away.
Yeah, she got down. She was
That's
crawling,
why our friend
you
was
know?
getting into arguments today.
That's
Our
great.
friend, I'm not going to say her
I
name.
know, no, but
But
seriously.
she was like, "This is ridiculous.
Right.
Somebody's dead, you know." But it's true. The men were all saved.
Right?
So, all right, since we're all quiet here,
I know, yeah, so
we'll
what
go
do you-
more entertainment of us not talking and actually funny people that you get to watch. But this is, you know, we always talk how like you have the far right, right? Far right. Oh, they're gonna, you know, lick Trump's boots no matter what Trump does.
Yeah,
They're
they
called
do,
Trump
no offense.
loyalists. They have a name.
Oh,
Trump
okay.
loyalists.
All right. So they don't. Yeah. Okay. So they don't have to say that people are not MAGA then anymore.
Well,
They're
no,
loyalists.
we're woke MAGA now. I think.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
woke MAGA.
no, I call them woke MAGA because they were far right, but now apparently we're woke MAGA. They say,
No, they're
and that they're
woke
real
MAGA.
MAGA. We're the woke MAGA. They're doing the same thing the Democrats do.
They
You
do.
call them a name, they're like, no, oh, well, you're that name. Ha ha, we got a
Oh
good
my
comeback.
God! It's
Exactly,
just
'cause it's the
people, I
same-
guess.
it's the same people.
mentality.
Everybody that you thought was far right MAGA, no, they're the grifters.
You know
they're
what?
the ones that just go after whatever they're told to make money.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. Wouldn't
Maybe
it
you
be,
better not.
wouldn't it be
say
great if both sides just stop listening to what they're telling us to fight with each other and actually
'Cause
like
it's never
get
gonna
together and
happen.
take our country back?
It's not gonna happen.
I know,
It's
because the
not.
media and everybody's behind this, and they're the ones feeding the monster, you know. But
I know.
It is. That's what it
do
is.
think that the
media is.
media is very involved
Yep.
in it.
Oh, yeah.
and trying to,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know. But I find CNN is really not trying to. You see, but that's not true in a way because I've flipped around to CNN, MSNBC. They're not really Trump bashing. So if they're not Trump bashing, who's Trump bashing?
I think CNN got new leadership or something. If I'm wrong,
Yeah, they
somebody
sold
I
it
watched
or somebody
them.
else
they got rid of a lot of
yeah.
people. They got
I
rid
did
of a
hear
lot
about
of
that.
people. And I tell you
It's
what,
like MSNBC bought CNN or one of the other news.
No, but
stations
CNN's
bought that.
better. The Fox is.
Yeah. Well,
I
I
used
used
to
revamp it
focus.
because they're losing too many.
I used to watch.
They lose too many viewers. They have to act like they changed. The brainwash people into watching them again, so then they can try to control them.
I used to watch.
You can't trust any of them.
No.
I used to watch Fox News.
Only trust us.
I haven't
We're
watched.
real.
I haven't watched Fox for a while
Months
now.
down.
Yeah.
And you know what? My mindset, I feel better.
I think
because-
I've watched more
yeah.
CNN than
I
I've
have.
watched Fox.
I feel like, you know what? I'm getting more honest reporting from
CNN
CNN.
is less biased.
I mean,
Fox is
they're
Trump,
not.
Trump,
I
Trump.
mean, CNN isn't like honest in my opinion. I want to hear a different opinion because they both have a little bit of truth around a whole bunch of bullshit. It's how they want to
Yeah, but
narrate.
there's
it.
so many ass kisses on Fox.
I always like Jesse
There
Waters.
aren't all of them too because they do the truth, but then they have to try to they just misrepresent facts and stuff still.
Yeah,
but at least you're getting to hear what's going on, and I love hearing their spin on it because it makes me laugh. Some of them are like, you know what, they could be true. Other ones I'm like, oh god, like they don't even have to try to spin shit right now. He's fucking enough shit up on his own.
I know, but
you know
there's
what?
loyalists.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back.
I still like Fox News better, only because I like Greg Gutfeld. That's kind of it.
I was gonna say,
He's really the only one I actually
Like
really
Jesse.
I always
love Jesse. I love Jesse, but all of a sudden it's like
He's
Jesse.
very
Trump could actually behead somebody like ISIS would do,
Don't
and
say
he'd
that
actually
like that.
defend
Yeah,
him.
no,
and he'd actually defend him.
Yeah, he defends him no matter what.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't. That's why I don't like.
Greg
Some-
might too. I don't know. I haven't watched him really so
No, Greg's
long.
more of
But
like.
I just like his. You
Greg
can't get,
calls it like
he
it
just has the best personality.
Yeah,
when it comes
Yeah,
to
he's
that.
a good guy.
I can hate everything he says and still laugh.
He's a guy I would love to hang out with.
But we're giving them.
I would love to hang with him.
What's up?
We're giving-
Everybody gets kudos in a little bit, but we're allowed to like and not like something.
Yeah.
Both. You know.
I miss those days.
I'm just saying.
So let's hear out the Trump loyalists actually, how they cope with what's going on. All right. And
Okay.
this is that JP Sears guy, hilarious. You like him?
Oh, is that the guy that did the last funny thing?
Yeah, he
with the
did the last
State
funny one. I like his.
Oh, that guy.
And yeah, so just enjoy this. It's like 6 minutes long. I cut it off earlier, but you get an idea of how this woke far right MAGA people actually think. All right, give me a second to load it up. That's not the button.
There you go.
There you go.
I mean, if you want a good example of a man, Lindsey Graham. There's a guy right there. He's not even gay at all.
Yeah, that's great. What do you think of the Biden administration funding Ukraine?
Hated it. We should have been keeping that money in America.
What do you think about the Trump admin funding Israel?
Love it. I think as American Christians, we should also be Jewish.
What do you think about the FBI's narrative that JFK was killed by a lone gunman?
Not likely. You can't trust those guys.
What do you think about the FBI's narrative that Charlie Kirk was killed by a lone gunman?
Well, that's what happened. You heard the FBI's report. They make me so mad. Can you believe all these idiot grifter conservatives out there betraying Trump? The woke Reich. That's what I call them. It's a pretty clever name.
You agree with everything Trump's doing?
Yeah, 100%. That's what my critical thinking leads me to believe. 100% agreement with everything Trump says.
Even when he changes his mind or betrays a campaign promise?
He's never done any of that. But you know who has changed? The woke right. Fucking roasted him again. The Tucker Carlsons, Alex Joneses, people on Twitter. These people supported Trump for years. Then all of a sudden they betray the guy. Like, what is up with that?
So as a Trump loyalist, you don't even think it's been you and Trump that's changed?
No, I haven't changed my stance on anything. I've stayed true to my values. Unlike these crazy nut jobs.
Right. What do you think about Trump's campaign promise of no new wars?
Loved it.
And what do you think about being in a new war with Iran?
Love it.
Do you know you're contradicting yourself?
No, I'm not. Trump promised no new wars. Wars, plural. We're in a new war, singular. He didn't start new wars. He started one new war. Idiot. Like, Trump didn't break any campaign promises.
You gotta be kidding me. Do you think it's okay that Trump just wants to move on from the Epstein files and not prosecute anyone?
Yeah, that's what's best for our country.
Have you always thought that?
Yeah.
All right. What about when you wrote, #1 priority is to arrest the Epstein criminals? Trump will do that. Kamala won't.
I don't think I ever wrote that.
It's on your Twitter.
I might have wrote that, but you're taking that out of context.
That's your whole tweet. It's the entire context.
No. Like the context of the moment. Like in different times, different words have different meanings. Words change with the times. It's evolution. Like, get with it. And those traders like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Thomas Massey, they're just trying to push this stuff because they want to backstab Trump. That's what they're doing.
So you don't like them?
Not at all. They're despicable people.
On MTG's tweet from a year ago where she pledged to fight to get arrests made, you commented to her, "Thank you, MTG. These Epstein criminals need to be brought to justice. You're doing God's work and are a true patriot."
Well, did you know she's a traitor?
All right. What do you think when all the leftists were calling Elon and other conservatives Nazis?
But just psychopathic leftists. They're just trying to smear the character of good people because they don't have the legs of truth to stand on in their own political positions. It's just despicable.
I can see on Twitter that people like you and Mark Levin are repetitively calling other conservatives Nazis. A lot.
That's because they're Nazis. Like Tucker Carlson, he has an actual gas chamber at his house, from what I hear.
I'm pretty sure that's a sauna.
You want Jewish people to die. I mean, could you find me a more unpopular guy than Tucker Carlson?
You say that Tucker's unpopular, but he's got the #1 news podcast.
Oh, give me a break. You actually believe statistics. Tucker's always been a fraud.
From this pic of Tucker campaigning for Trump, you said, "The great Tucker Carlson campaigning for Trump and America first. I love this guy."
Are you funded by Qatar? You seem like it. Tucker is. I know that for a fact because Laura Loomer said he is. And she's mentally healthy. And I'm really starting to think you're a foreign agent. Maybe with the Soviet Union.
That's not a country anymore.
Well, it won't be a country for long with all the nukes Iran has.
All right. What do you think about the members of Congress getting rich off of insider trading?
Lock them all up. It is not right for them to personally get rich when they should be focusing on bettering the lives of Americans.
Since Trump took office, Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, who's negotiating with Iran, is now a billionaire. Trump's sons have allegedly increased their net worth by 800%. And Trump's net worth went from 1.4 billion to 6.5. What do you think about that?
Hey, the world's a casino nowadays. Don't hate the player.
Any final message to the former Trump supporters that have abandoned him?
Yeah. To those low IQ morons, I would just say, you guys are hypocrites, and the establishment has your best interest in mind. Just surrender to it. Oh, dude, look at this. I love what Trump's doing with Palantir. It's up on the dog poop right there.
I've never seen something more true.
That guy is hilarious.
He
Watch
is.
all of his stuff. He actually used to be a Democrat too, and then he even made a video apologizing because, like, I thought so differently of them, and then Trump made him realize everything was, like bullshit, everything's gay and fake or whatever they say.
Right.
But and now now he's going back, and people are like, oh, he's just a grifter. No, because we feel the same way.
Yeah.
I'm not a grifter. We don't even have any viewers or
I
anything.
know.
Like, what are we grifting?
Yeah.
It's just it's real. It's what I think most Americans are feeling right now. A lot of them were moderates and Democrats, some Republicans, and everybody went on this bandwagon with Trump,
Thinking he could actually save, and I know Democrats.
and then
who
we're
actually
seeing
said
the
that.
same shit that we're seeing in Bush's era and Biden's era. Like, it's just wars or money going over there. Economy getting worse. I paid $4.29.99, $4.30 a gallon today. I said,
Wow,
what
I think
the
that's
hell?
the highest.
I got 2 gallons. I'm hoping tomorrow it's cheaper.
I know.
I said, that's crazy.
I know.
And
It's
same
true.
with I can say one thing. I'm a lifelong Republican because I was not Democrat. But after the previous administration, I was so happy that I actually got my guy in, and he built an all-star cabinet, and I was so excited.
There's nobody's left.
I am so disappointed that after a year and a half, 2 years, we're closing on 2 years, they have done nothing.
So when they lose the midterms, go ahead.
Yes. So when the midterms come and the Democrats win, I salute them because my guys, the people I thought was going to save us were in there and they did nothing for me. I'm actually worse off than I was.
Yeah.
And I actually, and I'm saying this with tears in my eyes because it's like my guys let me down. So you know what? Maybe I was wrong all along. Let the Democrats go in there because I don't care anymore.
But now getting back to this voting thing too. I mean, we mixed opinions. Me, I just if I don't like any of the candidates, I'm just not going to vote.
No, that doesn't.
Because I don't want to give a Democratic vote just out of spite. I don't like them either.
Know?
That's what they want. That's the whole game plan.
I don't trust the left or the right. So
Me neither.
Instead of I'm helping one of them win, I'm just whatever. I'm just gonna have to not vote until I can vote a different way for somebody.
So how about
why am I gonna vote for someone I don't? Then I'm just
because here's the thing.
That's the whole point.
Here's what I.
Well, no, again, hold on. I mean, if people thought like me, give me 1 second, right? And we had 100 million people that didn't vote, then only 20 million people would vote. They'd be like, hold on, that's not the American majority. Obviously, most of Americans did not vote. Because,
okay, well, Mandami's the mayor of New York, and there was only 6,000 votes.
There you go. True. People didn't vote up in New York.
That's because nobody really pays attention to
But the thing,
election, but the presidential election, everybody pays.
But it's time to start paying attention.
Nobody even pays attention to that.
But you need to. That has control of the house.
This is
why
why
it matter at this point because the house. They don't do anything for us anyway. We have the house. We have.
Yes.
The Senate, we have the White House,
and they did nothing.
VP, we have everything.
They did nothing.
Anything that actually really helped us.
They got this. They got the Supreme Court as well.
They're doing
they
the same
did
thing. They're
nothing.
going on the news telling all these things, great things they're doing. America's better than ever.
Because both of them are the same team. Go ahead.
Here's the way I see it, okay? And I could be wrong. Is the mic on? Yes, it is, right?
Yes.
Okay. But anybody?
Our view, yes.
Oh, right.
They were actually talking about the whole Vance wouldn't make sense because Vance isn't radicalized as Trump. Which I do think Vance is as radicalized as Trump because he hated Trump and then he was on the Trump bandwagon and he's just going whatever Trump says because he wants to be president next.
He keeps his cards close to the vest.
And then I would never vote for Republican ever again, meaning that they have voted before for Republican.
Me too.
Unless
That's what I'm saying.
FGT or Tulsi ran. You know what? I agree.
Tulsi, I would vote for.
I would vote for Tulsi.
Just as good.
Those two together, I would like the two of them together on the same ticket.
Even Thomas Massey, I like better than
I was looking into him. I think he might be good.
There's a lot.
Even though
there's only a handful, you know.
But why can't the independent party?
They're not allowed. Because
why are we not allowed?
What they're trying to say is because if they throw a third party in there, then the majority of America wouldn't be voted one way. If you have 33%, so there could be 35% of the population that wants one person. We'd be even more screwed.
Well, I would say
honestly, because then they could really control that. But it wouldn't be the majority. That's why they do 50-50. So this way, okay, more than half of America will.
I think in my
opinion, it's fair because Britain or there's other countries that do that and they're run to way worse than us.
I would say from the Republican Party, as a Republican voter my whole life, the way I feel, I'm never going to vote Republican again because you guys you failed me.
Out of spite.
No, I'm not. I'm going to vote independent.
If Democrats get in office, they're going to take what they've been doing and rank.
Oh, I know.
Because they're like, oh, we are good. No matter what,
no matter which party, and it's been going on for years.
Maybe
it would be
sometimes you sit there and you think what Trump's doing now with these.
What have the Democrats done for us the past 10 years? I mean, I'm just saying.
Okay. Thing is that you sit there and you say to yourself, okay, that you see now I lose my train of thought because I can't get it in when I'm thinking about it. But the thing is that my point. I guess I'm trying to get it. Okay, the thing is that you know what? Maybe they were right with certain things all along. Because I didn't believe in that Project 2025. I didn't think this or that. And then I sit there and I'm like, shit, they were kind of right. You know? And like, I was a lifelong Democrat. Then I switched. I voted for Trump 3 times. Yes, I did. I can't do this anymore. I have never, the first time I voted for him, I kind of regretted my vote when he took away my SALT deductions. And at the time I lived in a state that had super high taxes. And that same state, and I might as well say it because I don't live there anymore, New York, okay? And then I lost so much money I owed. Ever since then, I have owed on my taxes, which is a really bone of contention with me. But then, what happens is now that he was prosecuted there by Letitia, whatever her name is, and,
James.
and Alvin Bragg and all these guys, right? And then now he
Fannie
says,
Willis down
and
in
for
Georgia.
a Republican that wants to put America first, poor people first, okay? He gives people a $40,000 tax deduction, salt tax. Imagine that. You know what I could have did with that when I was a struggling grandmother raising my grandkids?
No, you're absolutely right. We had a viewer that also said, listen, all I can say is there were a lot of programs for struggling moms that they have to run through burning, exploding hoops to get now. Okay, yeah. There's a lot of easy things for struggling moms to get the things they need, like food and housing assistance. And now it's like, you're lucky. I mean, you have to answer everything correctly, exactly. You have to know exactly what they're looking for. Otherwise,
It's horrible.
Right?
It
And
really
other people
is.
know it, and they manipulate the system. And we have millions of people that just they take the money and they don't need it.
I don't even think that's possible anymore because he's cut basically everything to fund this war. He said flat out, we can't pay for childcare.
I was just going to say that.
He said that. They have it right on
That should be up to the states. Don't look at me.
Yeah.
I got a water fund.
No,
I
that
mean,
was
come
one-
on, man.
That was on one of our other episodes. So
Yes.
Step back.
But
on that.
so let me just finish before you do that, though. Listen, so the
I don't
thing
have
is when you would tell him, say, you'll never vote Republican again, you're saying you're never going to vote again, blah, 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 blah. What I always did was I voted, whether it be Republican, Democrat, or Independent. Different people, I never just straight ticket Republican, straight ticket Democrat. I was like, this person, I researched the person, I align with their thoughts. This person seems like they're going to do good because unlike some people, like the really rich Republicans, that they were always
They're all rich. They're all rich. Both sides.
But
both sides.
Both sides are rich.
I don't need daycare. I'm past that stage. I don't need Medicaid, thank God. I don't need certain things.
But there's
But I feel bad for the people that do. There's millions of Americans that do.
There's tens of millions.
So I would rather
100 million.
So
I mean,
I would rather
And now
vote,
the government made it that way.
right, but I would rather vote, because we can't afford that.
Yeah.
But the thing
Yeah.
is, I would rather vote for somebody who's going to help them, not give away money, but help them. But to actually just take away money and think that these people are just shit, I don't know.
I know.
So anyway,
Well-
vote your heart. Vote who you align with.
that's what a viewer says. I vote based on how the person is,
Yes.
not the political beliefs.
Exactly.
Or
Well, yeah,
side. Well,
political-
obviously, political beliefs are that their political standing. I guess.
Yes.
It's who the person is. Absolutely.
Yes, and how well they want to help people.
I never go. I was never willing to go party first. But like, if Tulsi Gabbard ran as a Democrat, I would have voted for her.
I would
Now-
vote for Fetterman.
I
Now,
thought
the
she was. I
question
liked her
is-
on stage when I saw her in debates years
But
ago.
the question is, no matter who goes in, are they going to get handed the folder?
I know.
The
But
folder.
You always think that. There's
Handed
no
the folder, and that's
But I don't
everyone that
like-
you've ever known and loved. I'll kill them all.
You think-
You stay alone.
I don't disagree with you, Billy.
I think that's a possibility.
But you think that's what happened with Trump. But meanwhile, that person said, I forget, 2 videos ago, and it's true because I've researched it. Okay. He actually, his net worth went from like 1.6 billion to 6 billion.
Yeah, 6 or 7.
Yes, just he's
and they said
making
that's
money.
more. That's
than
more
any
net worth
other
than like
president.
any other president past 100 years
Yeah.
combined or something.
Yep.
So
So
that's
he
what
never
they-
got handed an envelope.
I hate to say it, to fix this mess, and hope I don't get in trouble for me saying this.
Don't
It's going to
be
be an
careful what you
American
say.
revolution. That's what it's going to take.
Don't go
We're-
too far and say it.
It's what it's going to take.
A revolution doesn't mean a war.
I know,
No,
but I
it
know-
means
Standing
revolt.
up. Yeah,
Revolt.
We stand up and we're like, no, we want what.
And we
America
can't. We're
wants.
not. We're not taking this shit no more.
Okay.
I'm not saying to start it.
I'm
I'm
not
just saying
starting a
that's
war.
what it's going to probably take for things to actually ever change.
But
Well,
not
I mean,
paid
put it
protesters.
this
Real
way.
people
There's not
going there.
enough people.
Whether you vote Democrat or Republican,
It's the same thing.
it's still going to go downhill.
I know.
That's it. It's just different speed. And speaking of going downhill, anybody that wants to buy a new car,
Okay.
right? Think twice about it.
Why?
Because apparently all vehicles made 2027 and newer are going to be required to have a kill switch. This way, they
hell's
can
that?
kill your car. They shut it off.
Oh, I thought you kill yourself.
And it's not even.
Stop,
It's
don't
not
say
even
that.
only if it's
It's not
stolen.
that bad.
They also have this so they can monitor your driving all the time. And if you're a bad driver and stuff, they can kill your car.
I
What?
don't believe
Or-
that.
I don't know,
Some
but
of these conspiracy
Listen,
things.
yeah, listen.
No,
to
they
this
actually
little
had
video
that
on
one.
it.
You know, somebody. Yeah.
Remember
somebody that we know that they killed
Yeah,
off.
when if you don't make your payments.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, if you don't make your payments.
But who's to say? But they have the technology to do
They
that.
already have that, but it has to be put in the car. That's why they want every car to actually have that accessibility now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Let's hear what I only watched like 10 seconds of this. I said, we'll talk
How
about
long
this
is
on the
this
show.
clip? 'Cause I need
It's
to
only
get
like
my
2
ice.
minutes.
Okay.
Or
They
2
don't
or
like
3
what it
minutes.
is.
All right, and she explains it a lot further than my explanation.
Okay.
So give me 1 second, I'll load it up, and then we'll talk more about it.
And then I need ice cubes.
Ice cubes.
Ice, baby.
What's official, you guys? Kill switches are coming to new vehicles. Something you'd expect out of Orwell's 1984, and yet 57 House Republicans joined Democrats to ensure the government can shut off your vehicle whenever it wants, makes cars more expensive, and puts the government in your car.
There's a law that states that every vehicle manufactured is going to have a kill switch in it. The car itself will monitor your driving, and if the car thinks that you're not doing a good job driving, it will disable itself. So the car dashboard becomes your judge, your jury, and your executioner.
This sounds an awful lot like that new movie Mercy that just came out, which takes place in the not so distant future, 2029 to be exact, where he has to prove himself innocent to the AI judge, jury, and executioner. Now, this mandate for vehicles to be able to shut themselves off was actually put into law in 2021 under the Biden administration under the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. Now, what was voted on the 22nd was the funding for this, to which Representative Massey from Kentucky offered an amendment to just the funding for the kill switch portion of the Investment and Jobs Act, and that's what was voted on. And this is how the votes went. So these are all the ones that voted against stopping the funding, and these are all the ones that voted for stopping the funding for kill switches. Now, the argument for this is that it will stop drunk and distracted driving, but no one knows yet how far this technology will go. Will it include cameras? Will it include sensors? Will it include breathalyzers? Will your insurance company have access to this? Will your Fourth Amendment constitutional rights be violated?
Next thing is going to be, well, we need to hook this thing up to the government so we can dispatch the police. I'm just going to tell you what's going to happen next. They're going to be shutting your car off when they decide whatever they decide from wherever they decided. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about what you think about due process and the Constitution and the Fourth Amendment and the right to not be imposed upon by illegal, unlawful search and seizure, but punishing everybody for this crime, whether they've committed it or not, if they're going to commit it or not, should be unconstitutional. This shouldn't really be a question.
Will this end up being government overreach, you guys? Really think about this.
All right, I do feel I cut it off now. So I mean that's scary. T-Dog had some technical difficulties, so he'll be back in about 1 minute or less.
But you know, I think that's like far-reaching. I do. I don't believe that people really would do that. I don't think
they
it's
voted
allowed.
on it. They voted on it, and the majority said yes for this. I mean, they want control of that because again, we'll become like China, where they shut off your bank. Well, they already do that. Now. Some people they shut off their bank.
They
account.
did
Yeah,
way back in the January 6th thing. Yes, they did.
It's
wow.
gonna happen regardless who you vote. It's gonna happen. Like a viewer said though, I would have voted for Fetterman in a heartbeat.
Right.
They said that after the stroke that made him normal.
It did.
And it really did. I mean, the stroke helped him.
Yeah, I definitely would vote for him now.
Maybe that was a sign from God. God gave him the stroke to help him see the light. I mean, it's possible.
It could be. It could be. But I don't know. I think that's far-reaching with that.
Right? Yeah, Tommy. If Fetterman ran, would you vote for him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Absolutely.
That's crazy because we
absolutely
remember how we thought of him when he first came in.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought
he was
a junkie, an ex-junkie.
I thought he looked and dressed like the man from Mars.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you one thing. I agree with
look
every.
worse than me, and that's pretty bad.
Oh, stop. No,
yeah, I got to admit he is. But he looks and I agree with everything he says
because he's for what's right. Not
yes,
for,
and that was what I said before. It was like I don't care if I like your viewpoints, I'm going to vote for you.
Now, what would be really good if Tulsi went back to
Tulsi
being a
and him.
Democrat, and then they ran together.
Well, how
Oh,
about
for
Tulsi
sure.
as a Republican? Why don't we ever do that?
Yeah, why couldn't they?
Why
do
couldn't
that?
they do that?
No,
Tulsi as a
she would
Republican
just
and him
have
as
to-
a
yeah.
Democrat.
Well,
That way-
she's a registered Democrat,
No,
so
but-
she'd have to re-register.
No, my point is why couldn't you have a
Yes.
Republican president, a Democrat
Vice president.
vice president?
You could, though. You could.
Like,
Wouldn't
I
that be
don't
a nice
understand. Yeah.
Well, that's why they picked
And that
J.D.
way
Vance,
both-
because he was all against Trump and stuff, and and now he was for Trump. So it's like, oh look, we switched someone.
You know how the
And the
powers-
vice president should have a
but
little bit
yeah,
more power.
But the powers that be said to
Yeah.
Trump, "We will get you in this time,
Yep.
okay? So you will not go out a loser." And we have the power to do it, but you got
Oh,
to
yeah.
do our bidding.
Yep.
Well, they said you're going to put in J.D. Vance too, and they said to J.D. Vance, "And you're going to be president after this, and you will do our bidding." I'm telling you, that's what happened.
I believe it. I believe it.
There were no files sitting there saying they're going to, unalive anybody.
Have you guys noticed more and more people wearing masks recently?
Yes.
I mean, I've seen, and I'm even starting
Yeah.
to see people driving wearing it by themselves in the car.
I
with
know, I
window
don't
shut.
get
Well, they're
that.
saving lives.
I've seen double masks recently. I was like, and gloves.
But you
and-
know,
Yeah.
here's it. All right, you got to play a thing on it, right?
But I'm just saying, if you don't believe me, I have a video clip.
But I have seen people wearing gloves.
basically, yeah. I mean, and
Really,
this-
you've seen people wearing gloves?
yes, I've seen
I
that
have.
too. Yes.
And I've seen it a couple of times. I was walking down the aisle and I'm like, I see the guy, he's wearing gloves, pushing his
Well,
truck.
we're gonna see this. While
Yeah,
Billy
well,
takes
check
his
this
test.
little clip. I mean, I'm going to cut it off halfway through.
Well, you
because
got to
he
do
keeps
your
on
technical
saying the
thing,
same
too.
thing.
Okay.
But it's just interesting to watch. And, let us know. Comment, even if you're not watching live, comment afterwards. Let us know if you
You have to
have
put it
seen
on.
any, if you have any pictures or videos, anything like that, just send it our way and we'll share it next episode.
Yeah.
My daughter coughed, and so they're harassing my 3-year-old.
No, I'm not harassing. She comes, she's sick, and she coughed all over. She's not cold with a face.
So they're harassing a 3-year-old.
No, I'm not harassing.
Where's your manager, by the way? Can I talk to them?
Manager.
Because they're...
I mean, what's the problem?
She's coughing.
Okay.
And my wife's sick.
She wouldn't help her daughter.
She don't have any mask.
Was I putting a napkin over her face every time? Yes.
I didn't see it.
This is a family establishment.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
So she's welcome here.
Yeah, just.
Of course she
Yeah, she
No.
won't come here, but.
You don't
put the
talk
mask
to a
on.
3-year-old.
Put the mask on.
You don't talk to a 3-year-old.
Get a manager.
You don't harass a 3-year-old.
Get the manager.
Can you sit down, please?
Yeah, I'm sitting down.
You're not sitting down.
Yeah, I'm not.
No, you're not sitting down. You don't make a 3-year-old cry because she coughed during allergy season.
You should tell her to put the mask on.
I have to go. I know.
sorry,
We're
sir.
going to leave.
Just a second. Just a second.
We're going to back up.
My wife is sick. She mask. Put the mask on.
Okay, she's just a little girl.
Yeah,
Okay.
well,
She's just. Can I help you with something?
When you be sick, you'll be sick.
She's playing over
Yeah.
here, right? She's eating
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah, you'll be sick. Yeah. Yeah. It is a public.
All
Put the mask
right.
on.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Maybe his wife had chemo, and maybe he's
Well, she has
concerned.
hair, so most likely.
No, sometimes it could be. You could be like still
Maybe. She has a thick
immunosuppressed.
head, hair. I don't know. I figured something, but even with that, maybe. But if she's out there, why isn't she wearing the mask?
That's true.
It's
Yes.
like if you're worried about it, then you wear it. This
And if-
way, you have the protection you need.
And if you're the one that's
Yeah.
at risk, don't
Well,
put yourself in a position
like-
to sit in
Yeah.
a public place.
To be
Why are
honest,
you
I
asking for
probably
99.9% of the population to change everything for that 0.01% that want to wear masks and stuff?
Because I remember when COVID was around, and then it was over, and I remember I was one of the last people to stop wearing a mask.
You was.
right?
She was. You
And-
actually
but
was.
I would be in a store and I'd hear somebody cough, and I would be like, "Why must they cough? They shouldn't even be in the store." I would really be
But
upset.
that's when you were in your neurotic because they made it sound like everybody's going to die.
Yeah.
They,
Yeah.
they, I
No,
mean,
this was like in 2022.
well, that's because it took you forever to. You're finally out of it
2 weeks
now,
lasted 2
but
years.
it took you so many years to get out of that mental
Yes.
state of fear that they.
Oh,
put you in.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
They had. She was like a lot of other people where they
Millions
were,
of people.
They,
I thought.
they thought if they went outside, they were just going to be able to walk in the street. They could go out to get their mail, and somehow they're going to die from this virus.
Sheila.
Yes.
She was Sheila
what show
from
was that?
Shameless.
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 Yeah.
Sheila, right here. Yeah.
Look
I
up
know.
clips if you don't know. Look it up, and you'll
Yeah.
see what we're talking
And
about.
that's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Planes, cars falling on top of you off the roof. Yeah, that's what you would have.
I know.
But yeah, that's what it was. It's craziness.
But actually, 3 years old is too young to wear a mask.
That really is. But it's also too young to do, transgender stuff too, like hormone blocker.
Yes, that's true. Why? What clip do you got?
I know how to ease into it. This clip it's kind of like, it's not JP Sears, but kind of like his, where they explain to you, kind of how they think about transgender surgeries and everything else compared to other things.
Okay.
That's the best,
Let's roll.
I can give you. But check this out, and then I got to hear your thoughts on this.
Okay.
I meant the viewers, though. I meant you.
Oh, because I didn't see that.
I'd like a tattoo of this really awesome Chinese symbol that I saw.
We're definitely gonna need your parents to come sign off on it.
It's my body, my choice.
You're 14. Take it from me. You're gonna regret it one day.
All right, then can I just buy some of those cigarettes?
No way. Smoking is so bad for you.
How about a beer?
No.
A vape pen?
No.
A lighter?
Not in this state.
Can I rent a car?
Sorry.
Bottle of cough syrup?
What are you, drunk?
Fireworks?
You might blow yourself up.
That Ruger GP100 and a box of 38 specials?
You might shoot your eye out.
Can I just, I don't know, like get an irreversible gender surgery?
No problem. We'll get started right away.
Oh, cool. I don't need my parents' permission.
Of course not. What if they're non-affirming?
But it's so true.
No, it really is. I mean, you don't get any more true than that.
Wow. That makes you think.
And again, you vote Democrat or Republican, this shit's still going on because it's still going on now, and Trump's in office.
And they're both involved.
They haven't put any law and order really against that.
They're
I
both
think they might
funded.
have with some minors and stuff like under a certain age and stuff, but these people need real therapy. They need real help.
Yeah.
All right. They need to learn that they're perfect in their own body that God created. That's what they were born as, and they should be happy. You shouldn't try to mutilate it and change it just because you feel a different way. Maybe you're just a gay dude. Ever think of that?
Okay.
You feel feminine because you just have more feminine in you. It doesn't mean you're a woman or have to chop off anything. Same with the trans men, the women that become men. It's like you're chopping off your body parts.
Yeah.
Like,
don't mutilate yourself.
I know you might not like your boobs, but guess what? I've dated a few people, and most of them don't like their boobs. That's a common thing. But, from what I've seen, women wear, they're self-conscious because they think they can look better because you have all these, especially now with porn everywhere and stuff. Everybody sees a lot of boobs. At least the younger generation, the old boom.
I was gonna say we didn't know porn was that.
Yeah. You don't even know.
But the thing is I used to, when I first met you, remember I used to watch on the Learning Channel, Sex Change Hospital.
Yeah,
that was such a good show. But
so you contributed to this.
But the thing is that because these people had to live as a female for like 3 years first. Everything else, and these people were older. I'm talking about like the one guy that chopped off his stuff because they wouldn't give him the sex change, and he chopped off his thing and threw it out the window while he was driving. He says now they have to do something, but the man was like 45. I mean, by then you kind of think
by then, what was he going through? What happened in his life that he didn't get the help he needed that made him go to that
because
extreme?
there are people. It's in the DSM 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever we're up to now. That's the diagnostic something.
There are people that have
gender dysphoria.
But again, it's a mental thing that you want to help.
But you can't change that.
But you can make them feel there's something that's triggering them that they're not happy in their own body. So you just got to figure out what it is.
Yeah,
and figure out how to change so they are happy in
but
their own body.
If they're like,
it's not like
they're like 30,
it might be hard to do, but it's not a hard concept to realize what would actually.
No, but I think if they're like 30 or 40 or 50 and they want to change, like Caitlyn Jenner,
the problem is we're spending so much money giving people that easy option. Oh, take a pill, get a surgery, you'll be okay. Instead of the hard option, putting that money into analyzing the brain, thoughts, emotions, and everything. And actually put that money actually correcting the problem. Not just they want to give a pill, they want a surgery.
You don't believe Caitlyn Jenner really wants to?
No, from what I hear, she actually regrets it.
Yes, I heard that.
She regrets it?
Yeah.
No.
It's just a little extreme because
I saw that too.
They put out there that pushes people to this. Yeah.
Seriously?
Don't tell me
That's what I think.
There are
no.
There
But I
are-
love her.
There were at the time years ago. They were called transvestite. Or they were cross-dresser.
That's what
Sweet
Doesn't mean you want to be a
From
woman.
trans,
I
doesn't
don't
mean
know.
you're a woman. It doesn't
Nobody
mean
wants
you're
to
a
go
man.
and like, whoa, man, I just want that's how they want to do it.
And you
And
can be a trans man, a trans woman. Okay, I get that. I'm okay with that. But don't insist that you are a man and you are a woman and you should go into the appropriate bathrooms. You have 40-year-old man.
That's when it started getting crazy. That's
I
all.
don't know. I never had a problem with a trans person coming in. When I was in the ladies.
I have nothing
don't care.
against. I have nothing against trans. Whatever is your, whatever floats your boat is
You're
great.
talking about men dressing as women.
And if they want to come into my bedroom, I don't care.
No, not
Go
somebody
into
that
my
gets.
You don't care, but if you have a 5-year-old in there and then they see
She's
them
not
looking,
even gonna see because we got schools.
They shouldn't be in a bar anyway.
they're not.
Well, there's
Do you have any times they catch people taking pictures under the things and stuff?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, but that shouldn't punish
And-
the
yeah,
regular trans people that are really trans. They shouldn't.
I think if a trans woman with a beard and looking all manly and stuff, I mean, if you're a trans woman and you look like a woman, then obviously nobody's gonna question it because they wouldn't even think. They're like, oh, they got plastic surgery. That's it.
Let me tell you, I got a little story. I went one time.
And then they also have the unisex.
I was in a bathroom many years ago in a bar, and I was like washing my hands and stuff, and the person came out, and I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I got water on your bag." Thinking it's a lady, and I got water on a pocketbook by accident. It was a nice pocketbook too, so I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
They're
And
always
she came out and she said, "That's okay. I borrowed it from my wife," and it was a guy. Did I get mad? I was like, "Oh, okay." I laughed. Do I care? No, and you know,
No, you know
but
what?
there are real people like that. You have
No,
to
there's
respect
real
that.
but there's also a lot of
See, I don't go for the ones.
even
that,
a creepy woman. I would say get out of
The
the
people
she was
that
like
I
a-
think
What do you mean
real-
creepy? What do you mean by it?
There's people that you see them like with weird gestures, trying to go like when you go pee in the urinal. Our rules at my side, I go make sure the guys because there's creepy
Really?
people that look over and stuff. Yeah,
Oh, we
I
have
get that.
stalls. So.
It's
But
like why I
see-
see you look like why the fuck are you looking over at me pissing?
See, the thing
Yeah,
that
That's why I like the stalls better too. Call me weird, but the urinals, when they're close up and they don't have a wall and stuff, it's
see,
like
the thing that
Yeah.
I just personally feel is I think the ones that need a little bit of like help mentally before they do whatever they do
Yeah.
are the ones that don't know whether they're guy, girl, cat, dog, whatever.
but
then,
they should know what they are. That's the problem.
No, that's what I'm saying. Those
You
are the
can
ones
feel
that need
however you
help.
want to feel, but you're still a guy. Yes, you might feel feminine, you might want to wait, but you're still a guy.
We will agree
You were
to
born a
disagree.
man.
We
So
will
so-
agree
so
to
you're-
disagree.
It's being
So you're a
realistic.
gay. You're a gay
I'm saying
person.
you
then.
could be
No,
what
it
you
doesn't
want.
mean you're gay. You
A
can
transvestite or a cross-dresser. They have names for this already, but they're just trying to change
but
it.
it doesn't
But
mean
again, never had a problem with
it doesn't
anymore.
mean you want to be a full-fledged woman.
There are
You know.
some that do. You need
Yes,
to
there is. And
They
there are some
do
that
because
don't.
they've
That's
been
what I'm saying.
brainwashed to. That's why they
Yes.
No,
Because-
they actually feel that.
Well, all of a sudden we
I'm sure maybe there is a small fraction of the population
And
like
you need to respect that.
they said yes,
but
and
yeah,
there's
we
no
don't get
problem.
respect on
They
so many
respect
issues.
The real
Not by that. I'm just talking about you want them to have respect by society, but yeah,
Our
we
soc-
get screwed by society in so many ways.
Our soc-
Everybody, not every culture, every color
Our
does.
society.
That's way more than the population of the transgender.
And we have set off an army
blacks,
of
Indians,
enablers,
Chinese, whites,
and they're all marching. There's sissy, no, there's an army of enablers that are getting to the kids
that one day.
and telling the kids, this. Oh, what you like to call a pig? You're a woman, and come on, that
and it's
that kind of
it's
stuff.
The poisons that they're spraying in the sky. We always talk about that.
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
too.
Or it could just be somebody who wants to be a woman or a man.
Okay, but all of a sudden it's like 50% is.
Well, they already
younger
proved that,
people.
like,
what's
some
going
of
on
the,
here?
like the Roundup and shit they use and the plastics and all our food, they actually have been shown to actually make like males more feminine. It actually raises the estrogen in the body.
You spray Roundup,
And,
I
and
yell
the
at you about
plastics
that.
like lower the sperm count. There's all things.
And you know what?
I
That,
know,
and
Well, there you
Hello.
go.
well, you know what? That,
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
you know what? And you know what? That's gonna.
Catch my OnlyFans.
And you know what that will.
As I did this, that's horrible. I didn't realize that I went to go pound like.
Yes.
Oh my
And you know what that's going to lead to? You know what that's going to lead to?
Yeah, you know what that's going to lead to?
No, it's going to lead to the human race not procreating.
We have a viewer that agrees with Mama Dude's train of thought.
Thank
so
you.
can thank them.
Thank you.
Okay, but it's going to lead to people not procreating. There's going to be no more people having kids.
Yeah, because if they have a low with your strong
If the men become women,
There
if the
is
women can't,
always
you know,
going to be heterosexual people.
But they are,
and
but
men and women.
less and less and less. So Bill Gates wins again.
He said,
Ding,
yeah.
ding, ding. Bill Gates is winning. But that's my
And
opinion.
Alex Jones had it right how they would turn the frogs gay.
Yeah.
Because it literally was turning.
Oh my God. OMG.
These are facts.
Well, look
I
around
will
you.
research your
Yeah,
facts.
please, and then we'll play next episode. We'll do a whole thing on that.
Okay, but this is an
All right?
interesting topic.
The
And
food. So we got food and chemicals.
I'll
being
make a
sprayed.
note.
And I'm going
Yes,
to
right,
take the
right.
words from Jen Psaki. We're going to circle back to this.
Food
Yeah.
and
Yes,
no,
circle
that
back
was
to
not
it.
always.
Jen Psaki.
Yeah, she used to
The
always
great
say
Jen
that.
Psaki, yes. We're going to circle back to this, but let's.
Well, someone said that well, they've already taken maternity sections out of every store, so.
Yes, they
Oh,
have.
the-
Really?
At first I didn't get it, but I'm like, oh yeah, the maternity section.
You don't
Yeah,
have. They don't sell maternity clothes no more.
They do.
Yes.
Well,
Because-
Walmart
well,
has a little bit, yeah.
Because
Like,
there's
what one thing?
They have like one little display thing, yeah.
yeah, because there's no shoppers for it.
I know.
All right, so I'm not wrong on that one.
But I figured they'd be selling that like, cause I'm sure there's. Well, that's why you just get clothes, you know, get the XXX or something. And,
Yeah, that's what we used to do in the
because
day.
they sell a
but
lot
I
more
like-
of those, I'm sure.
I used to
nowadays,
like wear the
so.
shirts. Baby is here, and being like, I did. I was weird like
But
that.
you also
The
you
guys
don't
with
think
beard
that's
guts used to also.
Beer is here.
and not this,
Here is here.
maybe they don't sell it because everybody can buy it online. People buy everything online. So it's like certain things, unless it's really high in demand, I gotta sell in stores because you can just order on Walmart.com, Amazon.com,
Yeah.
you know. So it's like why fill up let's fill up the shelf space with what people actually buy and walk in stores and buy
Yeah.
all the time, you know? And but you're right, less and less people
Because
know?
that's what it is, and it's all part of the plan, you know. With other ideas that they have.
Very, very true.
All right, what's the deal?
What do you want to talk about now, guys?
I don't know because you said you didn't want it to go too long tonight.
Who's
so
the
I'm
next
just trying
batter?
to-
Next.
Well, we have T-Dog's thing about the whole NFL draft.
Oh God, the NFL draft
All right,
All right.
that'd be
Yeah.
like what would we call this? Like last call type.
grinds
thing,
my gears.
This is what grinds his
Okay.
gears. I'll go with that actually. Yeah, what grinds my gears.
Now,
So this you
the NFL draft used to always be held
Wait,
up in.
he's gonna show you.
Oh, unless you want to, you can talk about it first, and I'll show.
What are you talking about?
He has a video.
Oh, you
with
got a
it.
video on
It's
that? I
like
didn't know
30
that.
seconds.
Let's go to the
Yeah.
videotape. Like
All right.
Lorna Wolf used to say, let's go to the videotape.
Well, watch this for 30 seconds. Then I'm going to hear Chief to the DOG's thoughts on this because he's our sports guy.
Yes, very much.
The city's public schools announcing remote learning from April 22nd through April 24th as it hosts the draft and braces for an influx of visitors, writing in part that this, quote, allows schools to support students academically while helping families navigate the logistical challenges expected across the region. The city's public schools announcing remote.
Yeah, that was just replayed. But yeah, that was just a little clip on it. Nothing crazy. But T-Dog, how do you feel about schools being on remote learning because of this crap?
Like the lesson my father taught us, well, me and my brothers, all his kids. If you can't run with the big dog, don't get off the porch. If you can't, okay, and if you can't provide for all these people, you can't do that. You shouldn't be hosting this. I used to go to the ones up in New York. I used to go to the draft party all the time. New York had no problem with it. No, then all of a sudden they come up with the idea, we can do it in all these other countries, all these other states. Green Bay had the same problem. Guys, you can't host it. So many people coming. So many people get into the NFL draft. It's not your venue. You can't do it. You know, if you can't provide, if you don't have the hotel space, you shouldn't be getting it. Bottom line.
Off subject, just want to throw this in real quick. People who are commenting on Facebook, keep in mind they have like a 15, 20-second delay. So when I see your message, it was like 20, 30 seconds before what we were talking.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think Instagram's faster and TikTok's faster. So maybe go in there or just give us, the 20, 30 seconds and we'll come back to it. All right.
Anybody asking any questions?
What someone was talking about when we were talking about the end caps or at the stores where they have that little maternity section.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's like a 2-inch section. You got like, 6
Imagine
8
that.
items and that's it. for everything.
Imagine that. One time you used to
and then
see
half of them were out. Like there's no large, there's no extra large.
Yes.
I remember being a kid going to the store. You see the strollers, you see the playpens.
No,
Well,
they
they
don't
do have. I mean, they have a little section. Not about.
Not like they used to.
Babies R Us. Let us know.
No,
do
I
they
don't
have
think they
Babies R
do.
Us anymore? Like they used to have the baby stores.
Yeah.
Because I mean, then they were always packed.
I know, but they don't even have toy stores anymore.
No.
How sad
I
is
know,
that?
no
I
Toys
know.
R Us, no KB toys.
I used to take my kids
to the
all
mall,
the
and
time.
there'd be all the dogs. Like,
I tell you,
they'd have the toy, and you go
Yeah,
there and you can play with almost every
this
toy.
whole Amazon thing.
It's-
Everybody just
They
orders.
lose
Nobody
that
goes.
interaction.
Man,
And then if you don't like it, you return it.
Yeah.
The fun. I mean, everybody orders like Christmas time
Yeah.
or holidays. You order all the presents online. I don't have to get out. I don't have to get off my couch. I used to love going to the stores and stuff and music and.
I really was such a kind of crazy mother. I know, really
I don't
bad. I
believe
used to
that for a
take
moment.
I used to take my kids to the toy store and let them play with all the toys they want, but they couldn't bring them home.
Okay.
I was too
But
poor.
back then, they used to have the video. They had the Nintendo there, and you'd wait all night. Like, there'd be 3 other people. You wait there an hour if you have to. And your parents, okay, so they're doing the shopping just to play one game of Mario Brothers or a Street Fighter or something. You guys know that.
I know.
Those are the OGs right there.
I know. I used to go up to Sears as a kid, and they'd have the color TVs. And they'd have the Met game on color TV on Channel 9. That'd be like, holy shit, I'm hanging out here all day.
And there's no arcade rooms anymore.
No.
You remember arcade rooms, guys, man? I mean, that was.
Oh, yeah. I don't see any of those.
Oh,
They
you
used to be
know,
everywhere.
and the ones they have now, like I don't mean arcade rooms, but like little fun things like Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah,
Kids. They closed the Chuck E. Cheese here. I'm not going to say
Because
what
there was not enough business.
Yeah, but there was whenever I went. But
Really?
you know what? They don't have it
Yeah,
anymore.
but if they're only busy 2 days a week, are they come another 5 days?
No,
Like,
every
they
time
used
we
to
went there.
probably have birthday parties packed, and now you don't have it. I mean,
Well, because everything gets too
I had a
expensive.
pet store. We used to have, pet parties where, it'd be birthday parties, even office.
If you had that pet
where we
store
bring
now,
in
you
the
probably wouldn't
pets
be able to afford it.
And no, I'm not. No, it'd just be way too ridiculous.
Yeah,
the prices, yeah. But I mean, besides that, everybody hates pet stores, so
Yeah,
you have that.
There's nothing
whole-
wrong with that
the
either.
Antifa
You don't
of
need
pet
adopt,
haters.
don't shop. You can shop. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
See, I
We
I'm
lived
for
in New York,
everything.
and anybody that knows New York, they hate pet stores. They hate you selling anything. Everything should be adoption. Nobody should ever breed anything or work with breeders or anything. Which I always say it's your choice. Some people
Yes.
don't want to just get whatever somebody else doesn't
And
want. They
when
want.
you think about it, and I don't mean to butt in or touch on a touchy subject, and I could be wrong because you would probably correct me if I'm wrong. A lot of times you can go to a pet store and buy a pet that will last many, many years
Yeah, perfectly fine.
and perfectly fine. Okay, and pay like, I don't know, I'm just saying like $800. I'm just saying because I
That
don't
was
know.
a long time
I
ago. Now I
never,
think it'd be like $3
but
grand.
I never got a pet from a pet store. I
Yeah.
didn't.
I know
But,
because I brought all of them home.
all of them home. But the thing is and they've all given me lots of love and good years. But the thing is that you go and you adopt a dog, you don't know what kind of really dog you're getting.
Well,
Okay,
you even
and
knew-
they charge you $800.
Well, you knew the boxer that you got had to come from the mill because of his parents' names.
I know.
Cash Bales
Foxy.
and Foxy. That was the mom and then that was Cash Bales and the
I
mother was
know.
Foxy. It's like, okay, these people have to be a mill.
And he is my baby, and thank God, still so far he's okay.
I'm not even saying promote mills. I'm not.
No.
I'm not all for
No,
mills.
but I'm
any
always-
of that. But there are good breeders out there. There are families that just breed their 2 or 3 dogs, like to make extra income, especially nowadays.
No, it's true.
So
You're right.
I mean, eventually, I'm gonna be there. So
Yeah,
it's
I know.
gonna happen. Because we have dogs. Why not give them puppies and keep the puppies and let the other puppies go to good families? 'Cause if you have a
Yes.
mother and a father that are really good dogs and not related.
Right,
then
and
they're
they
gonna
also
make-
don't have health issues.
Yeah, no
and
health
stuff
issues.
like that.
Great temperament. Why not actually let other people enjoy their offspring and let it
Exactly.
continue?
Yeah.
Because
And
what
that's-
happens? Well, what
And we're
happens?
not talking about to sell it even. We're talking about to
But
like,
even what
they need to
they
have
try to
background
shut
check.
it down, right? They try to shut down breeders to adopt only. But then what happens is the adoption agencies start breeding the dogs that
They're glorified
getting
breeders,
Yeah,
and I know
they're getting
that.
in dogs for free. They're rescuing or taking away people's dogs. And they're just breeding them in there and selling the puppies as more rescues.
Yes.
And I know that because there's a couple places where we used to live that actually did do that. And I know that for facts. All right, that they would get these dogs, or these dogs pregnant, then they sell the puppies as rescues, or they breed in there and they'd have them, because they have a big facility. They have hundreds of cages, but then they have playtime where they go out of groups and stuff. They breed. Oh, look, more puppies. Oh, more. Here's 500. Here's 500. Here's 500 or 300.
I know.
And they do that with all zero money.
That's why I don't like the
And then all their expenses are all paid by the government. They don't even have expenses to the government.
Because they're rescue.
They're rescue. Yep. It's all, and then they're non-profit. That makes tons of profit.
Mm-hmm.
I remember
that little furry.
True story, guys. I was going to buy a van one time. Remember when I was doing landscape and I was in between trucks? I'm like, I'll just get like a minivan for now. And one was by one of the rescues that we had over by the water where we used to live.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, they're like, oh, yeah, it has, 72,000 miles. I'm like, that is good. Like, it's an old day. It was like 15 years old. Oh, no, we never really drive this and that. I'm like, all right. I was going to buy it. I'm like, just send me the title. I want to put insurance on it. And then I'll come pick it up. The title said 198,000 something miles. I said, this thing went over. They drove it another 80,000 miles over. And they were just bullshitting me and lying me to get rid of it.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And I'm like, when I see the title, I say, oh, fuck you guys. No. They said,
they're
like, oh, no, that was a typo or someone. Like, no, you guys are so full of shit. Yeah, that was a big rescue, too.
Wow.
Well, that was very rapid. Everybody goes to that rescue. And
See
guess what? They're 100% scammers. 100%.
I don't even know if they're around, but you'll have to tell me.
I'm sure they're probably still around. I have to remember that name. It's been a long time. Wow. That was like, what, 10, 15 years ago?
Yeah. All right, so what else, guys? Or are we just going to say, like...
I don't know. Do you want to... Oh, well, I have...
Oh, my God. He says, we're going to do a short show.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
It's up to you. I mean, this goes on. This is for people that are all, like, health conscious, like the Maha movement and stuff. And it's about, like, foods, like...
Okay, why don't we do one more segment, and then we'll say...
Well, what segment do you want to do? Do you want to do
whatever
food?
one you want to do.
Do you want to do a quick one on how the moon landing was fake?
No, you have anything on Erica Kirk?
That's a different one.
Do you have any Erica Kirk?
And then I have
we don't need to do
how a kid was arrested for a BB joke.
Seriously?
Apparently, yeah. And he's just...
Really?
Yeah, this really happened, but this guy's just joking about it. But yes, somebody, I think in Texas it was or something. Actually, that FBI never came to the house because they said something that they didn't like about it.
Oh, wow.
Israel.
Oh,
wow.
okay.
You want to hear that? It's comedy.
Yeah.
It's comedy. It's fun.
So I don't
like the sound of that.
And then I want to hear other people's opinions on this.
Yeah.
All right. So give me 1 second, guys, and then we'll close the show. Oh, that was the wrong button.
See, that's why.
Once you're ready, guys. Once you're ready. All right.
A college student in Florida got arrested for telling a Netanyahu joke. I know, you're like, Florida has colleges? A Miami University student, which sounds like an oxymoron, told a joke about Netanyahu and then got tried in court. And unlike Netanyahu, she showed up. She's 23 years old, so like not even a third as old as Israel. And he made the joke on a school WhatsApp, which I could have told you was not a great idea. Try Instagram, it works. So she says, Netanyahu, if you can hear me, please drop some bonbons for us capstone students at Ocean Bank Convention Center. Let's break this down like Netanyahu does buildings. So first of all, she said, Netanyahu, if you can hear me. Spoiler alert, he can. Have you heard of Palantir? She uses the term bonbons, which apparently is Gen Z slang for bombs. Dead ass. Back in my day, bonbons just meant little chocolate, okay? And they were good. They were good. They were the bomb. I think she's like, oh, she's asking Netanyahu to drop little chocolate balls on our university, but we know that's not real because Netanyahu would never airdrop food. Bonbons can just seem so subjective. To me, that sounds like slang for like when you have quality time with someone. Like, hey, Sarah, you want to do bonbons later? And lastly, you don't need to ask Netanyahu to bomb a university. You know what I mean? Within 20 hours, she was arrested. So yeah, Netanyahu heard her. She got charged with a second-degree felony. Second degree, which is what she's gonna need after this. She could be facing up to 15 years in prison. I looked up some Florida laws. Apparently, it's the same exact charge, a second-degree felony for an adult to have sex with a minor. Even crazier, there is a specific clause in the law called the Romeo and Juliet provision, because I guess Woody and Soon wasn't available. Sorry, too soon. And it says that if an adult is between 18 and 24 and they sleep with a 16 or 17-year-old, they don't really get charged. This 23-year-old got a higher charge for telling a joke than she would have if she and a 16-year-old made bonbons. Jeffrey Epstein slept with hundreds of minors in Florida, and he only got 13 months. Yeah, just ask Pam Bonbon. Now, I'm hearing a lot of people say, oh, I bet the judge was Jewish. Don't do that. As a Palestinian, I'm done with people conflating anti-Semitism with the fight for Palestinian liberation, okay? I'm done with it. That said, the judge was Jewish. But that's not the point! What's actually really interesting about the judge, Mindy Glazer, is she already had a viral moment many years ago in 2015 when she was on a court TV show and a convicted felon came in and she recognized him from her middle school and gave him a lesser sentence, which was actually very heartwarming. She let him off with 10 months in jail. But then this college student who tells one joke on WhatsApp, 15 years. That just shows our justice system is bonbons. We all know that's not why she got arrested. It's who she was talking about specifically. Like if she had instead said, hey, Kim Jong-un, if you can hear me, can you drop a little missy on my uni or whatever? Meanwhile, Netanyahu drops 6 Hiroshimas worth of bombs on Gaza, and he's protected in the land of free speech. This is why people say we will not be free until Palestine is free. It took a 23-year-old getting arrested over a joke for people to realize.
Yeah, that was the end of it.
Wow.
But I mean, that's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
it blows my mind. You know,
It really scares me what this world could possibly become in this country.
Jeffrey Epstein and all the other people at the files, nothing. But this guy says one wrong thing about Israel, and boom.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, you know, with your freedom of speech, they say their answer is freedom of speech comes with consequences. No, it doesn't. That's the whole point of freedom of speech.
No. The left used to say that.
Yeah.
Now the right says it. It's like
true.
so
They
weird. It
Well,
is.
Think
It's
about
like-
it. The left and the right are the same as the Republicans and Democrats. They're all the same.
They really are.
They really are.
That's like what Mitt Romney.
Those of us that wake
half
up,
the show is supposed to be about politics, but other half other. But then we watch other stuff, and it's still good.
it always leads
know,
us back to
I
just like, oh
know.
my God.
And it's not because we're just so frustrated.
But really,
frustrated with what's
and that was
going
never
on.
political. I was never.
I wasn't up until about 10 years ago. I always said, even with Obama and stuff, you know, I'd have other people ask me,
yeah, but then you
oh,
can't.
who are you going to vote for? I'm not going to vote because I don't follow it. But if I don't follow it, I'm not going to go when I hear headlines and stuff, unless I'm really, you know, digging into this. And nowadays with the internet, you get a lot better, you know, view of things.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, only if you actually watch other people's stuff.
Yeah, but
too.
you know, then they tell you that who is it? Tim Pool's not good. My Alex Jones.
know that
not
Tim
good.
Pool's
I know everybody I like to tell me is
Oh, he's
not.
okay now.
Yeah,
But no, Alex Jones not MAGA. It's like, come on, guys.
I've had it.
It's bullshit.
I mean, my Mets are the worst team in baseball, and I thought the season was going to be good. It's like the same thing with the Republican Party. I thought you guys were going to do the right thing. I don't know which.
Have the Mets won yet?
Yeah, they won one game, right?
They lost a doubleheader. They lost 2 games today.
No, didn't they win one yesterday?
yes.
Oh, they won one. Yeah, so
so 1 out of what?
so
13,
basically we lost
14?
11. We won 11, 12,
Did
13, 14. So
One
in
out
the
of
last
1 out of
15
14.
games, we won 1 out of the last 15 games.
Hey, it could be worse. It could be 0.
Yes.
But they got to throw you one every once in a while.
But that
Keep your
was
hook.
Mandami's house.
That's like when they throw a little chum in the water for the fish to round up, but you still don't catch anything.
Right.
It's the chum in the water.
Yeah, it tells you how my season's going.
So anything else? Does anything else grind people's gears around here?
That's what I know of.
You
Who-
don't
No,
have any-
I don't.
11 game losing streaks.
Oh, we
And
already
you?
know that.
What's yours?
No, I had something, but I forgot by now. So I just
yeah,
wanted
we'll
to-
take it up next week.
I figured I'd close out the show to see if anybody had
Oh,
any
and-
grind my gears.
And people wearing masks in their cars.
But we did that.
Yeah, the mask in the cars.
But it is, you know, but then I say to myself, hey, look, he's saving lives.
Yeah,
He's flattening the curve.
that's it.
So you know what? Kudos to him. You know,
With that, we're gonna say goodnight,
good night, guys.
Yeah,
We'll see you
it's
next
been
week.
real, and I wanted to say something before we hung up. But I
Well,
forgot.
no, the mic is yours.
I don't remember. It was
There you
something like
go.
I was going to say. Anybody could think of any topics that you want us to talk about, especially now that we're live on Facebook.
Bring it up.
Write it on Facebook. Put a post.
Send
us
a message. Anything,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. You know,
Let us know. I mean, we've never been on Instagram or Facebook
Yeah.
before. TikTok, we've only had one other week on.
Yeah.
So you know, give us some input, guys. I mean, if shit was bugging you, let us know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
And
we that's
I'm
what we
going
have.
to try to do midweek things if I can. You
You
know,
say
just
that every
busy.
week,
I
yeah.
know, but I really got to focus
try.
on it.
We try to do
so.
little AI clips in between throughout the week. We've been lacking on those a little too, but it's just work, and you know, there's a lot of shit that's been going on.
Yeah,
So,
especially
we
lately,
try.
but we're getting there.
So try to, you know, tune into us tonight. This way we can actually have a discussion,
Yes.
hear more people's input, and, you know, just branch out a little more than
Yeah.
exactly what we're talking about. We want to hear what you want to talk about as well.
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely. All right, guys.
So have a good
Thanks
night.
for the support.
And we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Have a good week.
Now let's see if I can.
Good night, guys.